This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the running back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. On the option. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Back to pass, it's Durham. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Bruins are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Going for it all. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Durham. He turns that loose down the right side.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here's the heat. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. The Bruins send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The hand to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. On the move, it's Braswell. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll toss it to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return. Sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't...
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sidelines. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Crosses the 35. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback making checks. White wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running to the left. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. A strike downfield. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lawson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Going to swing it on second down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Hauls in the deep ball. Wide open on the right. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lawson. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
On the direct snap, it's Braswell. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Lawson. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lawson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st down from the 11. They'll run it. It's Lawson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Perry. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Floats it out in space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. to the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marshall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come.
Turning it on! That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eye.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Gets away from one, finds room. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, it's out. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got him in the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This guy's got gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Touchdown, UCLA! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. ULM was able to walk off the field there in Monroe with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The short hands, it's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
football game, but you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Wide open downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Marshall. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's Lawson.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. They'll go with a quick touch pass. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins!
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterback.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Coming out with it, it's Marshall. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oregon. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Diego State is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 24 over Hawaii. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number one beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Using his legs to buy some time. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Buys a little time. Slings it downfield. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go.
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future.